viewer. And I'm like, I know who that is. So he actually watched us last week. So
Was watching his boy, doing good.
Well, yeah, that's right. All right. Let me set the link up here.
So with the vitamin D, just like vitamin D pills, or there's something special you're getting?
Nope, just vitamin D pills.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's a vitamin. Just all it is, over the counter.
Yeah, I'll pick it up on the way home tomorrow.
Hey Barney, the you were asking about the Weaver thing. I just now put up my character sheet. I've got 6 experience points.
Right.
That was a first rank gift, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they actually have it's actually in the Weaver book too. That there's remember the whole Book of the Worm?
Yeah.
They actually have Book of the Weaver, and they also have the Book of the Wild. So, and each one of them actually has it was specific to Glasswalkers and Thurgis.
So what was the point cost again? I know it was fairly reasonable.
It's really low. It's because it's a level 1 gift, and it's current rating times. Where is it?
It's like 2 or 3.
Yeah, but I think the first gift is like 4 experience or maybe it's current rating. What is it?
I think it's current rating times 3, but I'm not 100% sure.
Level of the gift times 3. So it's only 3 points.
Okay.
Yeah, because
that's a suggestion you have for me, Barney?
Yeah.
As in, it would be good that I take that?
It's up to you, man.
Sure.
Yeah, well, Barney recommended a gift for me. I'm like, that's pretty badass. I got to take it.
Oh, about what you show people their death?
Yeah, like I said in the recap from last week, I'm just going to play out if I gained it from the guy by hitting him with the stick.
Yeah. That's good. Yep. All right. And all right, you guys read what I sent you?
Very quickly, because I didn't know till the last minute I was coming. But yeah, the black coats.
Mm-hmm.
Black coat witch hunters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had black hats last season, and those were technocracy, but like you mentioned, this is definitely not that.
No.
Or at least they're not wearing black hats at the moment.
No.
Did these guys come in through the train, or did they ride in?
So we'll start the episode. We'll say that who wants to be where? Do you want to be? Bowery Bob? Do you want to be at Phil's hotel, or Phil? Do you want to be at the train station?
Well, with the thing you gave me that I had to do for Spirit of the Fray, I'm probably spending a lot of time at the train station.
Okay.
I could come down to the train station, picking up shit.
Okay. You see, let me open up. There we go. So both of you have heard rumors just through that there's these bounty hunters are in town, and not in town, but in the general area, and they've kind of had piqued some interest of their interest has been a little bit piqued from what they heard about with the women going missing. So these people are extremely brutal. And they specialize in hunting the supernatural, basically. So
are they aware, or are they just sleepers who are going after witches?
They're basically from what you've heard, they're not supernatural. You've heard of them too, through Detroit and stuff like that. They're mostly stories that they will tell, that the supernatural tell to like their kids at night to scare them in a way. They're to put it in like modern terms, they're like the equivalent of like say Project Twilight.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm just kind of curious how smart they are.
yeah,
They have some idea, but they're not fully.
right. They have some idea, but they're not like they don't know anything about auspices or tribes or any of that stuff, or they don't. And I mean, and they'll hunt. They don't have any high levels of occult or anything to know the intricacies of any of the supernatural or anything like that.
All right.
You see a group. One of these guys show up riding in past the train station, and where's the? I actually found a pretty cool picture of like these 5 bounty hunters, okay, but they actually caught a wolf. You see one of them with looks like a sack, looks like a body, tossed over his the back of his horse, like just a brown sack, and you see that he's holding up, he's walking up to people and he's holding up a picture like a wanted. It's not a wanted sign, but it looks like it's a drawing of a sketch of this woman below. You recognize her.
It's the Spider Woman.
Phil.
Yeah, I do recognize her.
And you see showing pictures, and he kind of walks up to you guys. You know, he's like, people like, no, I haven't seen her.
No, Chris, she was one of the big villains from last season.
What? I thought the picture that we. Oh, I'm not looking at. I'm looking at the wrong picture.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I thought it was the Anastasi. Yeah, I don't know who the hell that is.
No, out of game terms, she's probably in the Fandy who I tried hitting on a train once.
Oh yeah.
It was fairly awkward for everybody.
That makes it easier. I was just gonna, if it was the Spider Woman, I'd be like, I know exactly where she is. Come on. But I'll let Phil take lead here.
He walks up. He says, go ahead and roll your Sense Weaver, Sag.
What would that roll be?
It's a perception science. Difficulty of a 6.
Ooh. You don't get to see the science roll broken out that often.
Oh.
I have to roll it to go steal first, so I got a 1 in science now. Let's see, so all right, 2 successes.
2 successes. You sense Weaver wrapped up in the back of that sack.
Okay.
That's shaped like a body.
And Weaver is essentially like reality, or not reality, but like it keeps things together. That's the order.
Yeah. And as an Iron Rider, so this is something that I read that's really interesting. I read a couple months ago, is that basically the Black Spiral Dancers are Garo that follow the worm. Mm-hmm. Glasswalkers are basically Garo that follow the Weaver. And then everybody else follows a wild. So, into a way, Iron Riders are, you follow a separate part of the triad, the triad. So you follow the triad, you follow the Weaver more than anything else. You embrace technology and stasis.
Yeah. Does it look like does the sack look all bloody, or what's the?
It looks pretty. It looks pretty bloody, I guess. Not like it's soaking wet of blood, but
I'll pipe up and say, who do you got there? A lot of people have been going missing around here.
He goes, well, I need to come talk to the sheriff about this. I caught myself a witch. I saw her eating people out about a few miles down the road from here.
Oh, wow. Eating people?
Yeah, and she put up quite a fight, but nothing like a couple bullet holes to the head can't fix.
How many of them are there? Just this guy?
Just that one guy. Yeah. Have you seen this woman? He holds up the picture. The picture of Madam Givens.
Not for well over a year.
Well, 3 years ago, actually. Oh, you're just, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Where was she?
Here.
Roll your charisma subterfuge. What are you doing, Bowery Bob?
Looking at him like he's crazy.
Wow.
Telling me that he's that he found a person eating somebody.
Not that great.
Not crazy, but I mean, like, it's more like, yeah, sure, man, whatever.
He says she's barely breathing, but I figured I'd bring her up here to get her hanged.
Well, you know, there might be a reward for bringing her in, too.
Well, I've never heard. I'm not quite sure what you have for rewards on witches around here, but.
Well, I know Robert and myself kind of view ourselves more of a protectorate for the town, if you know what I mean. So occasionally when people are causing issues, we would put out a bounty for them.
Shake my head in agreement.
Do you mind if we see who's there? See if there's an outstanding bounty for him?
He gets off of his horse, and
when he's looking a different way,
yeah.
I kind of like look at Mike. Mike, you don't speak any other languages, do you? I think we already talked about you don't.
I don't believe so. I could no.
I do one of these things, like on my hand, like a spider. Is all I go to you.
What did he do? Your connection kind of jumped for me. I couldn't see it.
I pick my hand and I act like a spider, and then I point at the body.
He opens up the sack a bit, and you see a bloodied and beaten, and it looks like there is a bullet hole through the skull of this woman.
Of which one?
The one to the left of the right to the Viola, that one.
Oh, I got to pull back.
Yeah.
There we go.
Mike, with you being hanging out with Viola a lot, you probably are it's an easy guess to put two and two together. This is one of the Anasazi that was probably going to be showing up, and she looks like she's not dead, but she's definitely not moving either.
We really don't have any medic, do we? Wow, so for this woman, it only took you and a few bullets to bring her down, right?
When you catch them off guard, I tell you, these witches fall down pretty fast. Mike, you know enough about Anasazi that how rage can heal Geru, and Anasazis don't have rage. Blood, like they're like vampires in that sense.
Oh yeah, because I've been feeding Viola from time to time,
and that she's extremely pale. She looks like she's bled out a lot, and as I said, the Anasazis are shape changers. It takes a lot to kill them, but it also, if you're able to be lucky enough, you can. A bullet will put anything down, and it takes a while to heal up.
Quite impressed, sir. I don't think I ever got your name, by the way.
Well, he says I run with the Black Coats. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of us before.
Can't say I have.
I've heard it. How much for the witch? I pull out my folding.
He says, I really don't think our boss, Shadrick Seaport, would appreciate if I just hand it over. We do our due diligence and make sure that all witches are killed.
Well, I see, and we do appreciate your good work. Would you like me to bring her to the sheriff's office in the county jail?
You'll be more than welcome to escort me over there.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
I sure do appreciate you, Mister. And he looks over at you, Barry Bob. I sure do appreciate trying to, because it's a hard job to do this, and it's mostly very thankless. And as much as I would be willing to take some of that actual off your hands, I fear my boss a lot more than I love that money.
I nod. I go, we'll see you to the sheriff.
Yeah. Because, obviously there can't be a hanging today because you have to have a trial and everything. But at the very least, we could put her in a jail cell overnight to commence with the hanging tomorrow.
Yeah, we could always get a posse together. I can tell you right now where I saw her killing a family.
Killing an entire family? Wow.
Sure looked like it.
And surely you brought back some evidence of this, right?
Either that, but I tell you, I think I caught her in time. I think she's still been of her body in a transformation with some of, looked like she was, some witch's power with her claw-like hands.
Here's where I bring out the actual law sense of me. The sense of me, I'm sure the sheriff will be real likely to believe those sorts of things. And I quote some statutes. There's a murdered family out there. Fine gentleman like you bringing in this person. I'm sure there won't be any questions. As I put my wallet back in my coat, I go, there's a couple options for no questions, but we'll see you to the sheriff.
Yeah.
I'm not a sheriff by any means, but I am a lawyer.
Are you guys continuing conversation as you're heading towards town?
Yeah.
Is there something less conspicuous we could do than carry a bloody burlap sack around town?
I tell them just because I forgot about this, Barney. I have them. I tell them I got like a bad leg, so go on ahead. Just purely because I know that the animal will freak out around me.
Okay.
Hey, can we get a cart or something?
No, damn it. That's not. Phil, you know that animals freak out around me.
I know.
Come on, Bob, get in the cart. You don't have to walk. I know your leg's bad or your lung's bad.
You got a bad lung and a limp, and you're carrying a parasol.
I'm coming, you sons of bitches.
You're an ugly.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we'll walk.
Yeah, I mean, you could walk behind or in front, but my thinking is we don't want to be carrying a bloody body throughout town.
Yeah.
It's the Old West, man. That's not going to be the first and not going to be the last bloody body in a sack going through town. You see the sack kind of move, and the woman starts to cough a bit, and you see he just takes the butt of his rifle and just jaws her right in the side of the face to kind of knock her back out. Quiet you damn witch. You get hung soon enough.
I laugh a bit.
What do you do, Phil?
We're just trying to get to the sheriff's office for now.
Cruelty makes me giggle. Got to play that derangement.
Derangement?
Yeah, he's got a derangement.
Yeah, I have a derangement for cruelty.
Oh boy.
So I don't use the best tactics when I fight. I want to cause as much pain as I can. But I figure general cruelty is always would make me happy as well.
I have a bad feeling that, and this is great because it's only me and you here. There's not going to be a diplomatic end to this one.
I tried diplomacy, man. I flexed some law and I pulled out the wallet.
Yeah, we're trying.
We could do it to the sheriff too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that was Adam's boy.
Yeah. You guys, as you're riding into town, you see both of you roll your perception alertness difficulty of a 7. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to kill someone, Chris.
Yay. No, we just need to keep the Spider Woman away. Because she might flip out.
Yeah, I'm guessing there will definitely be a flip out.
Or she just won't care.
Yeah, that's my prediction for tonight. There's going to be at least 2 flip outs. And you know what? I'm fine with that.
Yep.
We need to show the rest of the party that we can take care of business.
Well, there was part of me that, like, outside the train station, that just it might have been worthwhile to just stick the revolver in the guy's face and blow his head off. But now let's play this out.
Yeah.
All right, you guys both, as you're riding into town, you both get 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But if it helps, I'm keeping an eye out for that other Spider Woman.
That's you see up above in the 3rd floor of the hotel, Phil's hotel. You see Viola and you. What's your? And you guys have anything in empathy?
I am a very empathetic sort.
I have nothing.
2 in empathy.
2 in empathy.
Mm-hmm.
You get this sinking in your gut that something bad's about to happen as you see her flare, her eyes get wide.
I shake my head no. Just like a slight.
And I'll put it this way: it doesn't matter as an Erun or not. You still have to protect the veil. There's humans all over the place.
Right.
Um, we both see her at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll meet you at the sheriff's, and I head towards Phil's.
You see
Dude,
her
she
start
hates
to.
you, but okay.
You see she's her eyes get really bad, and all of a sudden you start seeing her version of Glabro. You see out the window, you start to see multiple eyes start popping up all over her face, and she's getting hair coming out, like not hair like werewolves, but like, you know, spider hair. What do you call it? Just she's starting to change into her Glabro form, basically out the window. And you see the other guys just like, you know, chatting up with both of you, the bounty hunter.
You're heading towards the hotel, Bob?
Well, does she look like she's coming out the window? I was just thinking, if she's gonna like spider out and crawl down the side of the damn thing, you know, there's not a whole lot we can do about it. But actually,
no, she looks like she's going to be doing. You're not sure what she's going to do, but you're hoping she's smart enough not to turn into a giant spider in the middle of like 50 people.
No, I got this, Barney.
Let's see you use this.
I just stop and I like look up, and hopefully, Phil, you keep the guy talking. I'm gonna freeze her in her shot, and in her. I'm gonna use True Fear. Okay. I can scaring the chosen foe into quiescence. What the hell word is that? For a number of turns.
Quiescence. That's pretty much where they're not going to freak out on you. Quiescence.
Okay. So strength, intimidation, and difficulty of the target's willpower.
Difficulty of the target's willpower. It is 6. Just a 6.
Okay.
A botch would be hilarious right now.
Now I'm spending a willpower. This is my only chance to earn any honor. We're perfecting the veil.
That's true.
So let's see. Strength. Intimidation.
All right. As you roll this, I'm just going to share the screen.
I'm going to spend a willpower too.
All right.
Don't spend the willpower.
Oh,
what's the worst that could happen?
Oh, 3 successes. 2 + 1 for the willpower. So that, I think, cows her for at least 3 rounds, maybe. Let me look at the words again. Yep, three turns. So you got 3 turns to usher his ass forward.
This is actually going to be a fun game with an Airund and a Ragabash teaming up. All right, so what do you do, Sag? Just role play it out.
I basically what I said. I look at her and just shake my head like no, and just look and just throw a gaze, you know, to basically, like you're not coming out that window, essentially.
She locks eyes back at you and she shifts back into Hamid, and just you see that she's just holding back her primordial instinct of a female spider, which is to.
And if she has empathy, I'm wondering, why the fuck does she care about anything? She doesn't give a shit about anything. But the neat part is if we actually fight this time, I wasn't adding all my bonuses last time we fought. I'm ready for her now.
You haven't fought her. You fought another one.
I thought that's the one we fought in the barn.
No. She's still in the barn. That lady is still living in that barn.
I thought
or what remained of it.
Yeah.
This is the one that's in the window, right? That I'm putting a circle around?
Yeah. She's the one that showed up after you guys went to the barn, this is a second Anasazi because the one in the barn told you that there's going to be 10 showing up over the period.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we don't have a picture of the one of the barn. She's gonna like an older woman. She's an old. If she turns home and she's an older spider. Yeah,
that's fine. I intimidate her anyway.
Yeah.
And looks like Adam's gonna be showing up soon. Okay.
That's
perfect time for the sheriff.
Because he's the sheriff's boy.
Yeah, I'll just keep escorting the guy to the thing. So I imagine your boss nearby then? Coming to town to see the good work you did?
He's a few days behind. We're all looking for. We've all been sent out around this area looking for witches. Which reminds me, what the hell happened here about women gone missing? We really hear. Look, he's really interested in that. I can tell you that.
The official story is trouble with the natives. That was all smoothed out, and that's the unofficial story too. But yeah, that. I don't know. Have you dealt with the indigenous population around the area, my friend?
Oh, we skinned a few of them in the past. Some of them are those shamans. They do kind of some magic that we consider witchy too.
So you know exactly what I'm talking about with them stealing the women, right?
You hear Bob giggle from behind you. Talking about skinning people.
You would not believe.
I'm getting in their mind, man.
You would not believe the way Bob handled the situation with the natives taking the women.
What'd you do?
I still have nightmares even thinking about it.
He looks over at Bowery Bob. Did you kill any of them? Did you kill any of those?
I pulled a clob out, and I said, I almost like a Crocodile Dundee point, but I don't say much. I just look at him with a little wildness in my eyes, show him the knife, and then I put it back away.
He looks intrigued at the knife. He goes, "Where'd you get that knife from?"
Detroit.
I think my boss might be wicked interested in that kind of knife. He's been looking for knives like that. He said those knives lead to witches.
Lead to witches? That's probably why I have one.
Well, I can assure you that Bob is assuredly not a witch.
You don't loot bodies, my friend?
Oh, you looted it?
I'm a fancy gentleman. Why do you think? Yeah.
Roll your charisma subterfuge.
I think I got charisma, which is like a 1.
You are reeking with charisma.
I am. Oh man, that's a 2 die pool. I might have to kill this guy in the middle of town.
You know, in its own way, that's protecting the veil.
No, we want him to take it to his boss. Let's see, charisma, subterfuge. I got this.
No.
Just in case, Mike, do you have any gifts that allow him to forget conversations or anything?
Forget conversations?
Because I don't think it was a good idea of Sag waving a clave in front of somebody who. Yeah.
There it is. Well, at least it wasn't a botch.
I can make him believe a certain thing for a bit, but
you notice with your empathy, you notice that you sense the conversation take a shift where where Bowery Bob becomes, he questions him now.
All right. I'll try the bold-faced lie, which is my wit subterfuge against his.
Okay.
And just say Bob really doesn't want to. Bob's trying to hide the fact that when we ran to the Indians with the women, Bob found a dead Indian, thought the knife looked great on him, and just took it for himself.
All right. Against his wit subterfuge?
Yes.
Difficulty of a 6.
And I have a dice pool of 7.
Nice. Holy crap.
So he'll at least believe that Bob just took it off a dead body for a little bit.
Actually, with 6 successes, we're going to make that permanent. So he's like, the guy immediately changes his demeanor back to how it was like 30 seconds prior. He goes, wow, man, you guys are something else. You guys should work with us.
Bob has thought about it in the past. He's kind of our problem solver from Detroit. We were trying to fix a railroad up, problems with the natives, so we brought in Bob, and look at us now.
You boys need anything, you come to me.
Yeah, man, I got to admit, man, I've seen some people, but you are one ugly, scary mother, man. I wouldn't want to mess with someone like you. I'm glad I don't have to mess with someone like you right now.
Right now.
Right. For at least the next 20 minutes. But yeah, let's get the woman into the sheriff's office. There's a cell in there.
As you guys are heading out, towards the direction, you notice Viola now that it's been 3 turns. She is back off a ways. She's walking out of the hotel onto the street, on the dirt street, keeping a measured pace behind. And you can tell she is in the process of coming up with a strategy on how to get her quote unquote sister back. You see a couple of the, just townsfolk kind of like walking, kind of going by and just saying, "Wait, what do we got there, Phil?" Just people, because you guys, they
God
know
damn it.
You're the guy that owns the best hotel in town and bar, so they know you. They kind of keep their distance from the Bowery Bob is kind of an unnerving guy, and they talk to him when they absolutely have to, but
I do enjoy the mage picture for Bob.
Oh.
The guy with the porn stash and the bowl haircut.
I forgot to change it back.
Yeah, my latest theme is try to do a different TV show every game for my icon.
Oh, yeah.
So now we got Michael McKean in a space blanket. How close are we to the sheriff's office?
You're down. You're down a bit. So, yeah. You're probably still a good, few minutes away from it. Yeah, mm-hmm. But it's enough where people are staring now. I mean, it's seeing a bloody sack. Well, now he uncovered the face, so of a woman. There's some kids that are staring, and some women are like turning their heads away. And
can people see the bullet hole in her head?
If they're looking, you see, a couple, some, boys come up, look curious, and
let's at least move to block that.
Okay.
And just tell everyone, there was a woman found hurt on the road. We're just bringing her to the sheriff's office to make sure she's taken care of. Everything's cool.
Yeah, she's a witch. Killed her. Almost killed her.
We'll do a face palm.
You guys make it to. You guys are finally getting to the sheriff's office. You see how the deputy is there. The sheriff is not around. What do we got here? And the guy says, well, let me first ask you a question. Have you seen this woman before? And he holds up a picture of Madam Givens. Can't say that I have. I haven't seen. He goes, well, according to Bowler Hat here, he said that she was here around here last year or so. The deputy kind of looks at you, kind of peers at you, Phil.
Wait, bowler hat?
I just pictured you wearing a bowler hat. You know, wearing a bowler hat.
I probably wear a bowler hat. But...
Does at any time this black coat bring out any sort of credentials?
His black coat, they're known as being bounty hunters and their type. They're fairly well known around the area.
So all I need to do is buy a black coat and I can just put bullets in people.
Pretty
That's kind of the way Bob is seeing this. He's a man of the law, and he's about to hold a gun on him because he may be a criminal.
Dude, that's the way the Old West went. You wear a black coat, you can do whatever you want. And I'll say to the deputy, is there an open cell here we have?
Actual Joe. Well, he's sobered up and his cell's empty right now. We usually keep it open for him.
He's sobered up? That's good.
Well,
we'll give her
for the next few hours at least.
Right. Well, let's give her actual Joe's cell.
Okay. And
can we get some? It would actually look really bad if I start ordering the deputy around, wouldn't it? So,
roll charisma. You could probably just make suggestions. What do you have in charisma?
I mean, I have enough, but they're probably not going to have a whole bunch of water, bandages, shit like that in here.
Yeah, they probably have enough. I mean, they can get the doctor to come in.
Let's set up her little cot for her. Let's get some towels, blankets, water, etc. And since there hasn't been any trial or anything like that yet, let's not shoot her in the head.
Why are we going to get her all fixed up if we're going to hang her anyway?
Due process, my friend.
Why
do we trust you? Because you're just wearing a black coat.
Also, I think the deputy would appreciate us not having his not bleeding all over his cells in here.
All right, where's a good place to stay? I'm gonna wait for. He says I just have to wait for Shadrick. Shadrick's gonna be here in a couple days.
Oh, Shadrick?
Yeah.
My
boss.
Okay. Let me recommend any hotel, but the one I'm at. I don't even say let me recommend any hotel other than the one I'm at. Brooklyn Hotel is beautiful. We don't want him right next to the sheriff's office. So we'll direct him at any hotel across the way.
All right. So you guys take care of her. I'm just gonna go log right in someplace and I'll be right back.
All right.
As he's walking out, you see Viola step into the sheriff's office and it just stares at both of you like almost there's like a hidden conversation between sharing glances between the three of you.
Hey, sweetie, deputy, can you please get the sheriff for us?
Sure. And he walks, and you'll take care of her then, right?
Yeah.
All right. You're known in town. It's not like he's He trusts you anyway. So
Aw.
you're Pennsylvania Phil, man.
I'm a nice guy. People
you're a
love
nice
me.
guy. Yeah. She looks at you, Bowery Bob, and says, "Why did you do that?"
It's our job to protect the veil.
I'll start rolling up my sleeve.
I was only going to asphyxiate him and have him choke on his own vomit and die.
Oh. More of his kind will come, though. You were changing. Couldn't have that. Besides, this is under control.
You see her walk over to the woman, and she opens it. She thrusts her wrists in her mouth, and
Yeah, I was getting ready to do the same with the sleeve up, but if she'll do it, that's fine.
I block the door. Like, look outside at this point, like, oh, it's a sparkling day. And then I go.
You see the other Anasazi start getting more color back to her a bit, and you see her wounds, they're starting to heal a bit, enough to keep her from being not dead. So, in other words, going from incapacitated to mauled. So,
but she still does look sufficiently beaten up where the guy won't immediately walk in and go, "What in tarnation happened?"
Yeah, I mean, she looks better.
All right.
She looks significantly better, but she doesn't look like she's like basically incapacitated to mauled. So,
all right. Hey, welcome to Gold Springs.
she looks at, she makes eye contact with Viola, and they seem to talk in a different language. She says something, and then she looks at the two of you, and she looks at inquisitively, and then looks at Anna, it looks at Viola, and Viola nods. She says she has never met any of your kind that have not tried to kill her immediately.
Well, one of the first ones that came along here told us you were here to fix some stuff, so you're welcome.
Yeah, I was going to make a wisecrack, but probably not the time for it.
No, it's the time.
I was going to point out date's not over yet, but so hi, my name is Phil. This is Bob, and yeah, we're trying to take care of everything that's happening. Were you eating people outside of town?
She translates to her, and then like this clicking sound that they talk in, and she talks back, and she says, "Yeah, she was hungry."
God damn it!
There was she stumbled onto what do you call it? A wagon, just like a wagon, a family. Not a stagecoach. What do you call those things? Not a wagon train. Yeah, like just like
a pioneer wagon.
Yeah, like a pioneer. It was a pioneer family that was coming through that was heading west, and she waited till they were sleeping at night, and she fed on them, and then the next morning, I guess in the way she describes it, the guy saw her very early this morning around dawn eating the rest of the, finishing up probably on a child or something like that, and he shot her twice in the back of the head.
Can't you guys stay in the Umbra?
Do you say that with your arms folded like that?
What?
You're like the way you did it, like your arms folded. And you guys just stay. You're quickly getting the idea, getting that like the Anasazis have a completely different they don't have honor, glory, and renown. They have honor, glory, and wisdom. They have what they have is called obedience, cunning, and wisdom. So yeah. What is it called? Their rules they follow are very different than what Geru follow.
They could find like a cave in the Umbra and then show up every once in a while and eat a cow. That seems like I like it both of them.
Can I point out that the side we're on is apparently the side eating random villagers?
It's think about it like it's without it's without anger or hostility. It's just what they do,
right?
And it's they're not doing it out of any malevolence.
Mm-hmm.
They're not doing it out of doing it to feed the worm or any of that stuff. That's why I think what's the most challenging for you to both accept. You don't sense any worm on any of these two. There's zero
it's just
worm.
Like, oh, there's an ice cream cone. It just happens to be.
Yeah. It's like that's why you don't train spiders. People train dogs. Like it's like you never see people with pet spiders that jump through hoops. Like spiders just are spiders.
You can eat these black coat motherfuckers if you want. We just need it to look a certain way.
Yeah, sadly, that's what it might come to. Viola 1. Viola 2 was caught doing this by a group that apparently hunts people like us in their spare time.
She says she gives her a piece of paper, that the wounded woman gives her a piece of paper, and Viola reads it and hands it to you, Phil. And it looks like wherever she came from, they've given her the identity of Lena Hanshaw.
Oh, hi, Lena.
She looks at Viola, and Viola clicks and talks, and she nods, and she's asking like, "What's going on? I need to go to my spot." Basically, she's saying there have been predetermined areas where all 10 Anasazi need to be at in order to make sure once the Umbra is ripped open from the Shadowlands that they're there. They're all in certain spots in 100 square mile radius of Gold Springs to make sure they sew it back shut, basically.
All right. One, I'm not sure if you heard this. Umbra's not going to get ripped open. And two, they're planning to kill you. Long and short of it.
She says, she translates back to her, and she clicks and talks, and she says, "Well, I refuse to have them kill me. I will kill them."
Good answer.
Very logical.
Very logical. But we don't want you to have you kill them in front of this entire town, because then a lot more of them will come and probably kill all of us.
She says, "That makes sense." You see, she explodes into thousands of the spiders, and she starts to crawl out the window.
Oh, God. I'll look at Viola. Can she not do that, please?
What do you do, Sag?
I'm just watching the door. There's actually, this could play into our hands. Do you know what we do? We tell the guy she changed into 1,000 spiders.
Here's the thing. If she does that, they are all coming right now.
Well, then we don't have to wait 2 days. What, for the hunters to get here?
So
we just need to do this. We just need to do this outside of town.
The town will go fucking nuts if we tell them the woman we brought in turned into a bunch of spiders and is now crawling around town. Please don't
I got this. Bob grabbed the woman and ran off into the woods. And then you send him after me. We just need to do this out of town.
Are all the spiders still leaving, Barney?
They're in the process. They haven't left yet. Do you tell her to not do it?
Yeah. Well, let's try that first. Can you not do this?
You won't.
Go ahead and do your charisma there, Phil.
I like how you said him.
Charisma, empathy, or
do you have a gift or something, or do you want to?
I don't think I would have popped the persuasion gift because I think that takes a little bit of time. And right now, I didn't feel like I needed to pop a gift to avoid everything bad happening, which might be my bad.
Well, I'll tell you what, spiders aren't moving at the speed of light, so I can't do the
persuasion.
Yeah.
All right. This will be the gift to lower social difficulties.
Did you get 6 successes on that?
I'm doing pretty good tonight.
Holy crap, man. Yeah, you're fine. Don't even roll your charisma. So with that, go ahead, role play it out. What do you say?
I promise you won't be killed right now. We just need to figure out the right way to get the bounty hunters to leave and for you to be left alone going forward so they don't come back.
She immediately forms back into her Hamid form and looks at you like almost like she kind of turns her head sideways a bit, almost like Leela from The Fifth Element away, where she's just completely confused about the situation, but she's intrigued about the situation as well. You know, it's almost like playing a video game and you're in God mode, but you said, you know what, I'm just gonna see what happens. You're obviously getting the impression she has no idea what the situation is, but
all right. So
she trusts both of you because Viola trusts both of you.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What do you say we forget about all this when we go out on the town? And act like none of this ever happened. Just some dumb hick.
So we got to do 2 things. 1, got to keep her from getting killed, and 2, got to keep the bounty hunters from coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Nice and easy. All right. On the paper, is there anything more than the name like Leela Hanshaw?
You know right away as a Ragabash, and also Sag knows too, just from living in Detroit and being part of the Iron Riders. It's a forged document of a woman from France who's coming through on let's say like she's like on missionary work for looks like it's like a convent from northern France.
What, this is her papers?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it totally legit, or could I make it more legit?
You could make it more legit if you wanted to. I mean, you can find you can find a couple of things to kind of like add to it if you wanted to.
You could make it too legit.
To
You can
quit?
make it too legit to quit.
Hey, I rarely get to do things with law, so let's do this.
All right.
What would that intelligence law or wits law?
Yeah, do wits law.
Can you give her any kind of a history?
I'll do what I can.
Actually, you know what you could do? This might work out. You can make it so that she her destination is Sunny Hill, because that's a kind of a churchy place. Missionary work in Sunny Hill.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And let's see. So what's the diff on that?
6.
6. Okay.
Yep, you nail it, man.
Yeah, man. No, we got this.
Yeah, the Aaron is forging documents. But see, that's what I like about this guy. He's got layers.
You see, as you're filling out the documents, you see the black coat kind of like walking back in the sheriff's station.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Wow, looks like you patching her up a little bit, huh? Not bleeding as much.
Yeah, we're trying. I mean, you can't have a blind person come in for the trial because then all the town folk sympathy goes on their side, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That's for sure. Yeah.
Oh, Viola's still here, isn't she? Right?
Yeah. Roll your perception alertness, both of you. Difficulty of a 6. And make it a 5. It don't matter.
2 successes.
If it's a 5, I'm at 2.
All right.
Oh, 5?
Yeah. You see, you guys notice from the sides of his eyes right here, the outside of his eyes start to get red, and you start to see like blood start to come into his eyes. He starts going like this.
You okay,
all right,
man?
We'll move over and hug Viola really tightly and kind of pull her over. I don't think you've met my wife, Viola. She is very happy to meet you. Roll
your charisma. What do you have in charisma?
5.
5? You have 5 in charisma?
Yeah, I'm the social guy.
Yeah. You see, he starts to like, he starts to cough a bit. He starts to cough up blood. He goes, "Yeah, you guys got some water or something? I'm not feeling too good. I'm not feeling too good." And you see,
is there any water around?
There's a water on the desk, but no, there's like one of those like ceramic pottery things that are in the corner, you know. There's always a little thing of water with like a little one of those tin can things next to it.
I try and pick it up with my bad hand, Barney.
Okay.
And I pick it up like, oh damn, my hand!
Did I die?
No, he didn't die yet.
Okay.
You see, he falls over and just starts coughing up blood, and he collapses on the ground. And you see Viola just grinning widely. The deputy shows up and he goes, "I couldn't find the sheriff, but I found Felix."
Hey, Felix. Perfect timing.
Hey, Let me log into my Roll20 here.
Man, it was like it was planned out perfectly, huh? Do you want to
over to Phil? I go, he must have been a lunger.
You want to describe the Sag? Do you want to describe the scene to Adam?
Well, we've got a woman who's all busted up in behind bars. I'm sitting at a table with some paperwork. One of the other spider women were in there, and Phil just grabbed one of the spider. They're actually the one that that's the spider woman that's living in the hotel.
Yeah.
Grabs this and said, "I'm very happy you haven't met my wife." And you were following in a black coat dude, like a real grizzly bounty hunter looking guy who just started coughing up blood. I tried to grab water for him because I care about him, but it was my bad hand. So I dropped it, and then he fell down, and I guess he's dying.
Oh, okay.
And then I say, he must have been a lunger. He was coughing up some blood. That's weird.
Wait, where are we right now?
On the sheriff's station, the sheriff's office.
All right.
You recognize that from the note I sent you. This is a guy, one of the black coats, who's one of the people that are part of Shadrach Seaport's group. Those bounty hunters that consider themselves that they hunt down witches.
Oh, great.
And he's dead on the floor of he's dead now. He's dead on the floor of the sheriff's office.
Oh, good.
I stand up with the paperwork, and I come over to both Adam and the deputy. Is he with the deputy or with the sheriff?
With the deputy.
With the deputy. And I go, this man must have been, I don't know. You can throw on a black coat and you can just go murdering anybody you want. She checks out.
You hand the paperwork over to Felix?
Yeah.
What do you do, Felix? You can ask away because this is perfectly in character because you have no idea what's going on as a player and you have no idea what's going on as a character.
This guy down here shot up this poor woman, maybe even killed a family, but he comes in here claiming that woman right there was eating people.
Which woman?
That seems.
Which
what?
woman?
I point to the one behind bars.
Oh.
We got one here on the screen.
The one
Where's my dinger?
The green?
No, that's Viola.
Non-green.
That woman.
Okay, not Ava Green.
No.
Okay.
No.
That's the woman he came originally looking for. You see he has a picture of a wanted picture of that woman, but drawn up. Like in a drawing of her.
Do I know this woman?
I'm not sure if you've seen her before. Phil.
In the biblical sense, you mean? Or
wait, yes, you were part of a Harrogate. Yes. That's Madam Givens. She was the one that actually 3 years ago was helping out Sacred Ghost, the Wendigo.
Yeah.
To try to find Harrogate. She was the one that was on the train. I don't know if you were on that episode where the train.
No.
Where they had no. You know of her.
Okay. And then the girl behind the bars?
You've never seen her before.
Okay. Well, we need to do something with his body.
I would say first thing you'd probably want to do is send the deputy out so then you guys can kind of talk in your own way.
Well, yeah.
Maybe he should go check out that the farm where this person, possible murderer, claims that there was a family being eaten.
Family was being. He claimed he came in here coming asking for the sheriff?
Yeah, he claims that this woman here is a witch.
Well, we were asking for the sheriff because we knew we could lay everything in fair
okay.
hands.
What's the deputy's name, Barney?
His name is. Write this down. Nathan Pruitt.
What?
Nathan Pruitt.
Nathan, do me a favor. Why don't you go to the well, get a couple pails of water. We're going to have to clean this crap up.
Well, he was fine when I left.
Yeah, you got to go now.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. And he heads off.
Okay. So I look at the girl behind behind bars. Who are you?
She looks over at Viola, and Viola says she's one of us.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that guy's actually, he's a witch hunter.
Yeah.
So just so I understand, which one of you two killed him? Because I know Bob can't do that.
And I just got here.
Viola says he was dead as soon as he arrived in town.
Well, thank you very much.
Which one's that? Is that the one? Is that the one that I circled there?
Viola's the one. Yeah, she's the one that's been living in Pennsylvania Phil's hotel.
Hey, Viola, was that you?
Who killed the person who almost killed one of mine?
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. So
I look a bit turned on when she said he was dead the moment he came into town.
And who is this? And I point to the girl behind the bars.
Viola looks over to the paperwork in Bowery Bob's hands.
She is also Viola's friend who's also coming here to set up for the end of the Umbra, so to speak.
Why is she behind bars?
Because we originally were going to try a story to get out of this, but we could kind of throw that out the window now.
The veil.
Yeah.
We kind of didn't want to bring more hunters into town, but halfway through, I'm okay with it.
Well, now that one's gone missing, you bet you there's going to be a whole bunch more coming.
Well, I mean, this is obviously he was ill.
Yeah.
Obviously, he just showed up into town and got it all right then.
Everybody roll your perception alertness difficulty of a 6.
Who's that?
5, sorry.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Perception, alertness, difficulty of a 5.
Here comes the money shot.
Here we go.
We're all 3s.
Yeah, it makes it nice and easy.
You guys smell, you just get a strong whiff of burning flesh.
I look over to the body.
You guys see on the side of the guy's cheek, you see almost out of nowhere, like coming almost like out of his face, you see this symbol that you've never seen before. It looks almost Arabic or something. It almost looked like it's something written in Arabic. It burns from inside of him onto his cheek, almost like he was branded from inside his mouth.
Barney, I got history. Can I roll?
Yeah, you can.
What do you want me to? What's the wits or intelligence?
Roll intelligence and
Right.
history. Yeah. If anybody has intelligence, occult, or anything like that, you can do that too.
Difficulty?
Difficulty of 7.
I do actually
Even
have
with my education?
Yours would be difficulty of a 6.
I have a little, but not much.
All right.
Yeah.
Bob's book learned.
Yeah, you are. The best that you might know, Bob and Phil, is that it reminds you a bit of the closest you can think of is maybe Silent Striders, but it's not. Being very generic, so it's something as like I said, it looks like it's something Arabic, but you're not quite sure what. Yeah, same with you. Same
Felix?
Same with you, Adam. Yeah, Felix. You can't really, but whatever it is, it's almost kind of like your guess is the closest you can think of is almost like a dead man switch.
Mm-hmm.
That he died and now something's been alerted to it.
That would make sense. All right.
Especially with him talking about how he's afraid of his boss and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And, yeah.
I don't know any of that.
I'll write down the glyph.
Okay.
Put it on a piece of paper, record it. This guy was the damn witch. Look at that shit.
All right, so it makes sense that
I'm going to
probably,
search him.
Okay.
they're probably coming to not Harrogate, Gold Springs now.
Oh, yeah.
Should we prepare a little welcoming party?
Yeah, definitely. We need to alert everybody if they're all coming in here.
I think they were described as a group of 5 or 6 or so.
All right. Well, they're down 1.
I look at the dude's bullets, see if they're silver or anything like that. It's scary.
You want to go through his stuff?
Oh, yeah, we're searching him.
Okay. You see random Van Helsing type crap. You'll see stakes. You see silver this. You see crosses, Catholic stuff. You see pieces of and then you see there's arrowheads that are silver, arrowheads that are iron. You see you'll see random the book of glyphs that you don't recognize and ancient you just see just random and it looks the way it's set up, it doesn't look like everything's haphazardly pulled together. It looks like it's a standard
Kit?
Yeah.
I'll take the stuff and set it aside. I'm going to start looking through the book that he has.
Okay.
Did he, though, specifically have silver bullets in his gun?
You didn't see any, but you did see that there was it looked like there was a removed casing of 6 silver bullets that were separate.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen these guys before. I've back in my travels, these guys, they tend to outfit their team with the same little rudimentary thing so they can deal with any supernatural being.
So they probably weren't aiming for anyone in particular, just going doing more of a sweep of the area?
Yeah, they just come in, they figure out what's in there, and then they just take it out.
And too, from what he was telling you before, it was the missing firstborn women sparked some interest from Shadrach Seaport. So
we don't have a scapegoat for the missing firstborn women yet, do we?
No.
Do we have one now?
I don't know.
I'll just point that out to the group.
What do you mean?
I don't think we've ever given everyone a satisfactory answer on what happened with all the missing women.
What missing women? This is actually what my gut character's saying.
They're all back.
Yeah, I mean, they're all back now, but when we previously had the firstborns disappear.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, we have
on this guy and all of his crazy stuff he's got in his pockets.
We have a weird stranger who just came in outfitted with some weird shit who's already been seen bringing in a bloodied woman.
Oh, was she bloodied? Was that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he brought her in half dead, and we brought her here to avoid having someone bleeding out on the street and to figure out what to do.
Right.
She's not going to be able to testify, though, because she doesn't speak English.
She has obviously been traumatized by the events and really doesn't want to talk about it.
Oh.
Now, what's the now where's this town where they said people were getting eaten?
She ate someone outside of town.
What the?
You guys notice that she is sucking on the blood of the dead man.
I look over at what's her name?
Viola?
Viola. I go, can you contain her?
You see all of her wounds are healed now as she's drinking the blood off of on the arm of the
I go,
bounty hunter.
I say, look, here's the thing. You want more of these things coming in here and you want more attention drawn yourself, or do you gotta get her under control?
She snaps at her and talks in the clicking sound that they speak.
It's like we're gonna have to hold you guys up together, and she's under your charge.
Viola says, that's simply not going to work. She needs to be assigned to a place so when the shroud opens up, we'll be able to sew it back together.
Well, we don't need to put her in that place yet, though, right?
Not yet.
All right, so if you don't mind, she could stay with us for a little bit, and then as time gets closer, we'll get her in the right spot.
Or she could stay in her little spider forms and they wouldn't see her. Or you could go into the Umbra. I don't think those bounty hunters go tooling around in the Umbra.
I got a spot she can hole up in.
All right, so what do we want to do about the incoming bounty hunters?
Well, we should prepare a welcoming party for them.
How do we know which way they're coming from? That's the thing.
Well, that's the deal. I don't think we should try and ambush them or anything. I think because if they come in and they can, they're obviously well outfitted.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to sense if something's wrong. So if we need to make everything appear as if nothing's wrong, as if we are not on edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the symbol on the body, they're probably going to be attracted to that, won't they?
Oh, they're already on their way.
Mike, I sent you a message on Facebook.
Yeah, these guys are already on their way.
You look like you have a thought, Phil.
No, Phil's pondering. Well, they're probably going to be attracted to the body, right?
Yep.
So if we put the body some spot, we can assume they're going to be coming there.
Yeah, hopefully they're not tracking it as we move it.
All right.
But it's worth a shot.
And man, I feel something in my head I need to think about. I'll be back in a couple seconds.
What?
As I also use the restroom, I'll be right back.
First things first, we got to deal with this one.
Who are you pointing at?
The spider chick.
Yeah, she'll be fine. You don't get shot. I think the problem was she got snuck up on. Either that or these guys are adept.
From what I remember, they were pretty good at spotting supernatural beings. They had some form, some ability. It's almost like a kinfolk type.
Huh. Well, it was interesting that this shit kicker could actually identified my glaive.
Well, I mean, look at what they got here.
Yeah, well.
And I even show them the book with the glyphs and stuff. They're definitely adept. They got something going on.
Then they should be executed with impunity.
Indeed, sir.
I could take the body out to the woods. You guys get at range. They can attack me. You pick them off, and I'll kill whatever I can, and hope they don't fill me up full of silver.
Well, that's the thing. They're going to be coming in strong. If anything, they're going to come in more than just one. Yeah, let's let's figure out what we can do. Maybe we can. I got an idea. Why don't we? What's the train schedule looking like?
Well, like last time, about an hour.
All right.
Train's leaving in an hour.
How
Because
about
that seems to work for adventure.
Do we still have enough water in here?
Yeah.
I'll come back in and wash my hands after relieving myself outside. So anyway,
why don't we throw it on the on the train?
wait.
Oh, put the body on the train.
Yeah.
Well, they came here on a mission, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, these guys, other than just sweeping the area. Bob, do you remember the picture they were showing around? In fact, it's probably still on him.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
That's Ma'am Gibbon. She gave us a world of shit last year.
So you're thinking about
Dramatic pause, drinking water.
It's like you're LARPing, man.
Yeah. Anyway, they're looking for her.
Yeah.
She already hates us.
Well,
What do we say we put our... What do we say we run our two enemies into each other?
I love it.
Because she might be at Blackstone, or at least that was her area.
All right. So how do you propose to do that?
Phil talks to him.
All right.
Talks to the crazy bounty hunters coming in.
Yeah, because that won't work for me.
I could do that, or we could just get the body.
I couldn't outwit this guy.
What are you talking about? They loved you when you broke out the knife and everything.
Oh boy. I probably maybe I should talk to him.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, either we could try bringing the body to Blackstone, and there's got to be ways to move bodies, or let them know that Madam gives us a Blackstone.
Well,
Fuck,
could put it in
they
a
think
coffin.
she's a witch already. You can say she did this shit.
Hey, you know what? How about this? We go bury the body in our graveyard, because why not? We say he showed up looking for this woman. We'd love to help you out. We know where she's at. This is where she's at. I know it's simple.
It seems almost too simple to work. Lena, I think that's her name, right? Lena, or that's the ID she's going by?
Yeah.
If we bring you outside, could you pretend to be emotional about somebody dying right in front of you?
I don't think she speaks your language, man.
I'll look at Viola.
I tell her in French.
You speak French?
I do.
Oh, because she speaks French.
I speak French and Mandarin.
Okay.
Because why wouldn't you?
Well, I mean, the paperwork, you have to trade with the fur traders and all that. So
Right.
I'm thinking the language of the railroad and the language of the wilderness. That's French and Mandarin.
There it is.
Does she actually speak French?
She does. Yeah, that's
okay.
the language she speaks. She speaks Anasazi and French.
I speak Anasazi too.
Click. She says, I am incapable of showing the emotions that you're requesting that I do.
She's good with it.
Great.
Okay.
I mean, she's French. She's, yeah.
All right. And we
All right.
will. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, just tell her when you need her to turn on the tears.
All right. And all right, we'll leave it. Well, so what do you want to do for just narrate the last part, how you guys want to wrap it up?
Well, I have a spot that I want to hold her up at, the hideout that I can take her to.
Where's that?
I'm going to write you.
Okay.
I will say an important part of this plan is to probably not let any of these bounty hunters talk to me or ask me questions.
Right. Yeah.
That will be
either I or Felix will deal with the bounty hunters.
Yeah. If you want it to go the way I think you guys want it to go.
Okay.
Then again, maybe the way we want it to go is for you to talk to him.
Well, then we should have this meeting outside of town. I'm fully happy with doing that.
I'm getting there.
Adam, I'll just say not yet.
Okay. That's where I was gonna do that, but
Okay.
all right. Let's put her in one of the. I was thinking down by the railroad.
She's fine for now until things settle in. She's fine staying with Viola right now.
Oh, okay. So we're good with that. So we don't have to keep them separate.
Yeah. But she will eventually probably go to Sunny Hill because that's what her paperwork says she's got to go. So
okay.
All right.
All right. That's where we left off. That's where this once again went completely different than I thought it was. So everybody give yourself 3 experience.
I win.
And tell them to give what renown?
Yeah.
Protecting the veil.
Yeah, honor. I think that's honor.
It's got. I'm sure that's honor. Let me look that up. Here it is. Protecting the veil for honor.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, that means I go up a point.
Really? Good job, man.
Yeah, I get 4 honor now.
As an Aaron, you need 5 honor to be rank 3, so you're getting there. And where is it?
I'm trying to find the list too to see anything else.
Wow, good job. All right.
Well, we always seem to learn things. Did we gain any wisdom with the learning more about the hunters, their kits, what they do?
Yeah, give yourself 1. Give yourself 1 wisdom. Yeah.
Barney, I got the book and everything on me.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some studying.
Do some studying. All right. All right. I'm going to just hit the stop broadcast now.